Today I'm talking about be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, which is a quotation from Paul from Romans 12-2. And I don't really care what Paul means about that. This is what I want to tell you about that. We must renew our minds in order to become more of who it is that we came here to be. And by that I mean that the mind tends to work in ruts. We get into a circular path. It's like the racetrack with that untamed beast, that horse that is our brain. And we just go around and around and around and around in the same internal conversations, in the same internal pathways. And as adults, we come to this place of finding that that we don't let the child inside of us come out and play very often. So then here we are on a singular path, going around in a circle with the same conversations, and our life doesn't change, and we wonder why. Well, it doesn't change because we haven't had a new mind. We haven't had a new thought that brings us into a way of living that is brand new and exciting. So that when we have, for instance, if you lost your job, you spend your time going, oh my God, I don't have a job. I don't have income. I don't have. And the universe hears every word we say with emotion, with power behind it, and it always says yes. I don't have. Yes, I don't have. Yes, you don't. Yes, you don't. So I have been, Michael, did I leave my books back there? Once I dropped the microphone in the toilet, a lot of other thoughts left my mind. Thank you. You know, electronic gear is so expensive. It's like, oh, I really didn't want to do that. Thank God it wasn't my cell phone. Okay, so what I've been doing is, one of the classes that I took to get my master's degree in consciousness studies for my ministerial license is that we had this totally terrific class on how to get organized. I'm still working on that part. But one of the textbooks in that particular class was called How to Get Ideas. How to Get Ideas. And there's so much stuff in there about this particular topic. And here's what he recommends. Research quarterly on a study that showed how practicing basketball free throws in your mind can affect your performance. One group of students actually practiced shooting free throws every day for 20 days, and each student was scored on the first and last day. Each student in the second group was also scored on the first and last day, but did no practicing in between. Students in the third group imagined shooting free throws every day for 20 days, mentally correcting their errors when the ball didn't go in. They were also scored on the first and last day. Students in the first group, those who actually practiced, improved their shooting by 24%. Students in the second group, those who did nothing, showed no improvement. And students in the third group, those who practiced in their imaginations, improved their shooting by 23%. Experiments with dart throwers showed the same thing, that mentally throwing darts at a target improves aim as much as physically throwing darts at it. Well, I'm not really talking about baskets or darts. What I'm talking about is the things that we practice in our mind come about almost as perfectly as doing it physically. But what that means to us is that we have this opportunity to change our lives, and we can do it using our imagination. The power of our imagination is a gift from God. It's one of our best gifts, along with intuition. Incredible gifts. Our imagination can do remarkable things. Close your eyes for just a minute. Even though you may not still play baseball, or you never played baseball, but you've seen a baseball game, no doubt about that. I want you to pick up a bat and go to home plate. I want you to tap the bat on the plate just like a ball player. I want you to get your butt wiggled and your legs in right position and hold on to that bat. And here comes the pitch. My gosh, this pitch is perfect for you. And now I want you to swing the bat and feel it hit the ball, and feel the ball make a great projection, trajectory into an arc. And when it gets to the top of that arc, just leave it there for a minute and we'll come back to it. Open your eyes. So now, one of the things that Jack Foster is talking about in this incredible book is that the thing we need most, the thing that we play with the least, is our childlike mind. Children have immense imaginations. Everything they do is an imagination. My sister's telling me a story about my 3-year-old nephew, who's 4 now, going to see Transformer movie, which looked to me like it was very dark and violent just from the scenes, but what do I know? Kids like it. So it's a Transformer movie. And they take him off to a playground, and there's a bunch of kids, and he gets up on the top of this play car, and he's standing there like this. And his mom says, "What the heck is he doing?" And Babsy says, "He's a transformer." It's just what he was doing. He was preparing to transform himself. That's imagination. That's imagination. Every single movie you see started in someone's imagination. Everything has started in that place of idea. And that technique, that concept is from the Greeks 2,000 plus years ago, that there is a perfect ideal in back of the physical thing that comes along. And you are that. In the mind of God, you are the perfect ideal of Bill, of Lillian, of Grace, of Jean. You're the perfect ideal. Now, every once in a while, things go out of whack from our human standpoint, and we can use our imaginations to bring ourselves back into alignment, so that when our health goes awry, we can use our imagination to imagine ourselves back to perfection. Your physical body does that automatically through homeostasis. It is constantly trying to bring itself into balance. Right, Becky? Yeah. It wants to. Your body wants to be back in balance. When you're physically out of alignment, it wants to be back into alignment, and it's doing its best to do that. We can help through imagination. Now, I'm mentioning that because I love this group of people. I had people call in sick. Don't you love calling in sick to church? They want to be here. They want to be here. I want to be there, but I can't. I'm sick. Okay, stay home. I'm all right with it. So we want to learn to use our imagination, that incredible gift, in a much more positive way. So then I'm running across some other wonderful books. There's a great Science of Mind minister. His name is Dr. Tom Costa. And he says, Dr. Ernest Holmes in Science of Mind, the basic textbook of the religious science teaching, writes, "If you took a picture of what you believe and what you have, they will be the same, the identical down to the last farthing. So whatever we design, think about, imagine, or dwell upon in thought and word, the great law of life shall create for us. Life is a mirror to the king or the slave," he said. It's exactly what we're doing. If you take a picture of what you believe and what you have, they will be identical. So if what you're looking at in your life does not match what you want, I'm telling you this, it does match what you believe. So if we're looking towards, let me take my part on this. I think that what I've done, for instance, we're looking at, first of all, there aren't as many people missing as you might think. We had a big party here last night. They left all the chairs out. But it is a group of people that is smaller than usual because people called in sick, people are off on family vacations for the Christmas season, that sort of thing. And my imagination is not seeing clearly the thing that I vision when I look out there. I'm looking to see a room that is filled. But what I believe is that the people who belong here are here now. I'm not allowing myself enough room to say, and the rest are here now too. They're here in our imagination. I am going to imagine those brilliant minds, those creative beings that belong with us who are brilliant minds and creative beings. It's time to bring my imagination into alignment with what I believe. and see what it is that I want before it shows up so that it can show up. We can't get what we desire keeping it in the future. We have to think of it in the now moment. That's only the now moment. So then I'm looking around at Willis Kinnear, who is an associate of Ernest Holmes as well. I found a different shelf in the library. So here's what Willis Kinnear said, and really it's taken straight from Ernest Holmes. Thoughts are things. Thoughts are things. Thoughts become your experiences. The activity of life is a constructive process. It is forever building things up, creating and organizing in a purposive manner in accord with some design. The purpose and the design discernible in all that lives are not to be found in the chemical elements comprising any living thing. The purpose and design or pattern are nebulous and intangible, yet they are the causative factors. They are intelligent. They act in accord with law. They evidence order and harmonious creativity. They could have only one source: conscious intelligence, life, mind, God. But a problem arises. If it is the nature of mind to be constructive and creative as a result of the process of its thought, how constructive and beneficial is your creative thought? It is creative by nature, but how about the constructive aspect? By constructive is meant, is it beneficially creative? Does it produce a better life and experience for you? Think this over carefully. To what extent is your thinking positive or negative, constructive or destructive, beneficial or detrimental? In other words, just what are you doing to yourself? Because nobody does anything to us, just we ourselves that are doing it. So I am thinking that we really want to do something marvelous with our imagination. You still got that baseball up there in the air? Yeah. Close your eyes again. And notice that the arc of that trajectory is taking it over the fence. Over the fence. A home run. All marvelously put into motion by the great imagination. So when you open your eyes, feel what it feels like to feel that home run. That's the nature of who we are. And the great imaginative, creative force that we are is the very thing which causes that emotional feeling to happen and bring about what we have enough imagination working on. And if what we have our imagination working on is not what we want, stop it. Stop it. There's my best advice today. Stop thinking negatively. We don't even know we're doing it, you know. We just keep worrying and worrying and worrying. The worrying, you're not worried about something good happening. You're not. You're excited about something good happening. You're delighted about something good happening. But if you're caught in a whirlpool of worry, you are creating the thing that you are worrying about. There is a quote, and I can't remember whose it is, but it says, "The thing I have feared has come upon me. The thing I feared has come upon me." You know why? Worrying about the thing I feared, worrying about the thing I feared, worrying about the thing I feared, worrying about the thing I feared. Just going around in that rut, in that circle of the thing I feared. Get out of the rut, which if it was easy, we'd have all done that already. You get out of the rut and you put your mind on what you want.